So let me take you through. What is the word? What is dynamic? We know what the regeneration is, right? How we duplicate this. You saw how it worked. We promote them, they promote us. We make the kids like superstar, they make us superstars. We create a website to push them, they push us. They know now. They know how to push one another. This is in the social network, social media strategy. Every time when they produce the video for you, the 2 videos that I told you about, one is all their resource and the other one is their vision, you sample pieces of that and you blast it like it's nobody's business. You talk to Gray Advertising, you talk to Phibius and you say, hey, these are the news. Which one of your marketing resource, which one of your client wants this news? This is content. Which one of these marketing client wants this content? I'm sure they'll find someone to get you the support, especially if it's regenerative. Okay, this is the first word that we talked about in preparing AYLA, an all chapter. You have to ask what is regenerative. The children's content is regenerative. Their vision is regenerative. Their location and their resource and their community is regenerative. You understand?
Yes.
Same with you. You also have control of that. What area inside Vietnam that you think is most regenerative? Da Nang is like screaming, they're roaring like big lions of Southeast Asia right now. They think they're the next eco center of Southeast Asia. You need to talk to people in Da Nang. You understand? You also have direction of your culture, your nation. Kang Tao has places. Yeah, that has something. But if you go to Da Nang, you got it. You go to Hanoi, you have it. In Ho Chi Minh, you might have it. You go to Vũng Tàu, they might have it. Look at area that's growing in your country and go there and regenerate that. Because they're already doing it. All you do is plug them into a dynamic. And what is your dynamic? Already, like I told you. You got 2, 3. I will introduce you one more agency. Another guy named Lee. He has another agency here. 3 agencies here in Vietnam that's willing to help you out. Mr. Sandip here at Gray Advertising will introduce you to Asia's International, Gray Asia International, which is one of the largest conglomerate agency here on the planet. If you show him that you got things to share here in Vietnam, they will support you. And they're big enough they can support all the AYLA chapter because they have Gray in every country. And they have this brand called Gray for Good, which is all about sustainability. Okay, because that's your dynamic. That's the power and the source that you have right here. I just used it to get this room, like I told you. It's not that complicated. 3 texts to a man I've never have a conversation with before. To the president of one of the top agencies here in Southeast Asia. 3 texts I just showed you. 3 messages, and I got us a room all day. Plus 1 staff to support us. I didn't do it because of my, I could convince them. I did it because our dynamic is powerful. No one is saying what we're saying. Youth, creativity, sustainability, technology, right? So please, know this dynamic and use this dynamic wherever you go. Whether it's government, whether it's NGO, whether it's youth organization, go in there with that power. You're going to want it. Because why? Because this is the future. There's nothing more than this. All chapters should use their leverage to go inside their organization, their corporation, their agency, their non-agency, and the children organization and say, hey, you need to help us. This is the movement. Okay, so that's one dynamic. Okay, the dynamic, you hear what the kids say? The dynamic of changing the world by changing me is huge. Everybody's trying to change the world through this, all these extra peripheral that cost more money for sustainability, that cost more, more resource to save resource. We're saying no. We're going to start with the child. We're going to make sure the child is healthy. The child's living good. We transform the child into a sustainable child with creativity, with technology, with leadership. Then from there, the kid, let him come up with the idea, because if you got the idea, then why are we not fixing the world right now? Why isn't the government fixing the world? Why isn't the corporation fixing the world? Why are we going to 14, 17-year-old kids? Like, you heard what I told them in the dynamic. Why? They're still free. They still have an open mind. Open heart. You know, it's there. Like, a girl can go from this happy to this fully emotional being. And just go back. That's powerful, man. We may not think it's powerful because we've got grown up to be serious, and we can only be serious and be cool. I'm cool. You want to show me real power? Show me that you are weak, that you are vulnerable, that you can open up yourself and give it to the world, and then recollect yourself after an emotional situation and say, I'm okay, I'm cool. That's power, man. That's like this is what we teach. This is not emotion. This is energy of motion. If you can package that energy and turn it into motion, oh my God. That girl, watch that girl. That girl is going to change into a little 14-year-old girl, right? Amazing. To me, that's just so powerful. So, the areas that we talk about dynamic is creativity. So what kind of creativity? Well, there's two types of creativity that we're focusing on. One is holistic creativity. Holistic creativity we talk about is your personal well-being. The creative to be well. Now you have to remember, Asia is different than any other country in the world. We don't need to go exercise. We don't need to go yoga. We don't need to do this. Our creativity in wellness means we have eating dinner with our family. Even our Vietnamese meal, the real Vietnamese meal, you must have all the flavor, salty, chua, đắng, cay, all the same meal and all the texture, right? That's a good Vietnamese meal. Well, that's creative intelligence. That's like putting something in your mouth and oh wow, what's that? Wow, 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 and having all this diversity inside your mouth, inside your taste bud. That's dynamic wellness. You're awakened when you eat a meal, a proper Vietnamese meal. You're awakened when we go to the altar every morning when we pray to our ancestor. That's a form. You light the incense, you get the water, you set up the tea for your grandparents. You're touching all the elementals, you get the flowers, you bring it to them. Okay, you're doing all the creative process in a sacred space, using our highest imagination, which is to talk to dead people, our ancestor. Some people say you're talking to no one, Haidai. But I say, whether it's true or not true, I am connecting to a higher intelligence. Whether it's my own or my grandparents, it's a higher creativity, higher imagination than normal people. And that is dynamic wellness. You see, it's different. We don't look at dynamic wellness as I say, oh, I gotta have a fit body and, No. Very little to do with that in dynamic wellness for us. So we have to explain what that means for us. So creativity is different. That's the holistic side. On the other creative side, is that we're using creativity to teach them to connect, to communicate. You see how she's translating the body posture? What they're doing is that we're connecting with each other, not to just blah, 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 blah. but just go in one ear, go out the other ear, or go to some judgmental modalities inside our head and be critical. Or worse, we're not even here. We're just pretending we're here. We're somewhere else. We're in creative movement and creative development. We can connect into each other. You know, like I said, when I give Brian a hug, you know, it's like, they're simple. They're about, like, we teach you, don't just listen to me. Look at me, gaze at me, look at me, and look at all my movement. And listen to me by just watching my movements. Don't listen to me by listening to my word. Listen to me by looking at me in movement. It's different, right? Because now you're really listening to me. You're not judging me. You're like, I'm listening to you actually, even though you look like a clown moving around like, you know what I mean? Because you change your modality of listening. When I don't listen, I look at people. So then when the sound comes in, I'm not judging them. I'm just looking at them and so, oh yeah, he seems funny, or they seem okay. And we don't judge. So these are things that we teach them. The other thing is we teach them is branding, marketing, design, communication, web design, new media, website, video, photography. We teach them all the skill to regenerate whatever it is that they're trying to promote inside their business, their social entrepreneur project. Their active, professional skills that they can go out and get a job in anywhere. Work on a computer, like this is my office. I don't need to have an office. And these are the same skill we're giving kids. So that way they're completely regenerative as well as have a professional development skill. Everything you saw on this website, me and my 14-year-old daughter produce. Yeah, it's not by professional people. We are professional people. Everything, all the graphic, all the design. Even, oh wait, come on, I never told you. This is my daughter, Jazz.
Who is she?
Huh? She's the one that came up with the idea for the first offering project.
Linh Nguyễn. Oh, she Việt.
Yeah, the one in the video. That looks like him.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, she's also the one that presented at the youngest speaker at the open discussion, over 150 delegates.
Oh.
Never went to school. Never been in school. Oh, one semester in the 3rd grade. She's homeschooled. Like I said, I'm not just only talking about sustainable freedom, I'm living it. My daughter is living it. She's 14-year-old, she's completely free. She has her own business, she has her own website design, she has her own jewelry design, she has her own dog product, and now she's doing this jewelry to help other kids become sustainable freedom. You see what I mean? We living this kind of modality. I'm not just preaching it, you know? So these are our dynamic, what we can give. Same with the technology. We're doing 3D printing, we're doing 3D modeling, we're doing game design, which is what the kids love. These are all the dynamic of what the children want. We're doing DJ, VJing, skills that they can use anywhere and be cool, real cool. You see what I mean? Marketing, design, branding, all these things. We use the branding and we reverse engineer the branding to teach them how to brand their own identity. So before they brand their own vision and their own social entrepreneur project, we teach them how to brand themselves. So they know who they are, what their mark is, what they mean, what's their philosophy. So when they do that, who's going to mess with them? Who's going to mess with you when you know who you are?
Because I have questions.
Yeah.
Because for following on your process on your work, I think in one team have, if you want to organize some program or organize some event, you need many people on one team. But for AYLA Vietnam, if we have just only 4 core members, how can we do that?
What do you
Because
mean you have 4 common people? You got 6 kids sitting at this table today that's willing to go home and give you all their time. Probably more time than you can give it. How about that? How about that?
Delegate. Give them duties to do.
Yeah, delegate, man. Okay? You think you got time? I guarantee you those 6 kids got more time than you guys put all together. Guarantee it, because you got work, you got school, you got responsibility. These kids, they're going to be going home going, oh my God, what am I going to do next? What can I do? Tell them. Write them all a letter. Thank you for coming today. These are a few projects that we need your support on to show that you're part of our delegacy. Who wants to take on what? Please report with me on a weekly basis, and I'll get right back with you. Mentor. This is where the mentoring is important. You are mentors. This is your community. That's why I question you in the thing. You mustn't have your children. If you don't have children, how do you say that you can do this? You don't mentor. The word is regeneration. Regeneration. Who's mentoring you? Who are you mentoring? That's how we connect. If you don't have someone mentoring you and you're not mentoring somebody, you're not regenerating. How about that? Understand? Got to focus back on that, because that is very important. That regeneration is everything. Okay? That's the basic of that regeneration. Okay? Same. I asked you to do the same homework as your children do. Who are all your local NGOs that you need to pay attention to, and who AYLA Vietnam needs to promote? You should know. Because those kids will also help you recruit kids. That's why this website says here, NGO selected, preferred, youth champion. Get them to pick you your NGO. So they mentor the kid, and they'll send the kid, and they'll promote the kid, and the kid can promote them, and you all do this frenzy promoting each other, and that's how you do it. You want to talk about dynamic? You want to talk about regeneration? The problem is that we think based on education that I am responsible for everything, and no one can do what I do, and then I have to be the best, and I'm alone, and I have to stress. Where sustainability is the opposite model. Bottom line, let's get more people coming to do this. Let's divide up the work. Let's share it. I promote you, you promote me, she promote you. This big old frenzy of promoting each other. Don't just click like, click love. Don't just click love, share the thing. Don't just share the thing, brag about them. Don't just brag about them, praise them, ask God. You know what I mean? Like, we go out here and we pray to God, and we pray that the world will get better, we pray that our family get better, but we won't praise each other. Praise each other. Mm-hmm. Because you're only asking God to help you guys, to help each other, when you can help each other direct. You know, if one person posts, you share. And say, wow, this is great, this is our president, she's so cool, I love working with her. And then you post, wow, she's our director, man, she's so cool, she got a great idea. And you go, yes. Even just you four can have a full marketing frenzy. You see the power of your dynamic power? This is what you need to teach your kids, this is what you need to teach each other. Promote, promote, promote. Yeah.
Promote each other.
That's it. Well, that's where it works, you know? So, focus in your NGO, brag your NGO the same. Do the same with your NGO. Brag, 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 brag. I said this, I posted on my Facebook and you will read it. I have no shame when it comes to promoting next generation. I have no shame. I will be shameless at promoting them. You can say to me whatever, you are shameful. I would say, yes, I am. If it's to help the next generation and to help them have a better lifestyle and to help them have a better world, call me Mr. Shame. You need to think like that for your community. Yeah? And you need to get all of AYLA to do this at the national level even, not just at the local level, at the national level. You promote Indonesia, Indonesia promote you. Thailand promote Indonesia, Indonesia promote Thailand. All 11 countries should be shamelessly promoting each other. Shamelessly. Start with the children, start with the local chapters, and then go all the way to the international. Asian, if we hold hands, we are the greenhouse of the planet. We have been the agriculture society since forever. This place, 365 days out of the year, we can grow food and live. They call us undeveloped countries or third world country. I like to think of us as sustainable countries. This is a sustainable era. This is where we shine. So we keep chasing after the money and we keep on chasing after the first world agenda, we will lose. But if we continue our father and our grandfather and our ancestor agenda, we will lead. If we no longer be winning, we will lead because we want to lead other people. That's our culture. We're always about the unity of the whole. We've never been about the separation of the whole. You know, that's why kids are inviting kids. Use that dynamic. Yeah? Use that dynamic with them. Okay?